Hey guys, it's been quite a night. Today is the 5th of February and Bitcoin has gone down to 69,000 with a 1.4 trillion market cap, and ETH is at 250. So I'm going to look quickly at the Bitcoin USD chart, and I'm going to try and understand how deep this is gonna go. So I just want to first show you that Bitcoin is playing out a chart pattern. One second, this has to be on log. There you go. So this is an ascending wedge, and what I normally do is I take the length of the wedge, which is 73%, and now I can more or less know where the end of this ascending wedge is coming, and that's around 73%. So this ascending wedge should really correct all the way down to 32,000. Now, let's forget this for a second, but know that we have one force pushing down the price of Bitcoin to 32,000. Now, this was a very reliable chart pattern back in 2022, and this was 46%, so I aimed for 46% at the time, and I sort of got it with a correction of 20% that followed. This is why I trusted. So if I lay out something like this, and I lay out something like that, then hopefully we'll find support around the 59 range. But if I take here and I just take till the end of this descending wedge, then basically it's going to correct much harder. So the way I'm thinking is 56k is really a big point. So I'm going to set up my alerts. Okay, so the fact that we're correcting now, maybe we're going to correct down to as low as this area of 56,000, and then hopefully we'll get a bounce back up to the 78, and that's a 38% gain. But if we don't, and Bitcoin, let's say, follows this fractal like it did in 2021, 2022, then this would be really bad, in the sense that now that's the triangle. That becomes the triangle. So it's a little bit unclear now what's going to happen with Bitcoin. All I'll say is we're not looking too great, and I'm looking at the 56. I'm looking at this at the moment. Yeah, anyways, so if Bitcoin plays out like this, then hopefully we'll find support at 56, and then we'll chop around the 56, 51, 50, 48, you know, and then we can, as we approach the apex, we're at 41,000 in December. So I don't even think it's gonna last this long. So yeah, I don't really know at this point. We need more information. Maybe we'll get a bounce back up to resistance, and on the third touch of the resistance, we'll get rejected and we'll get this like styled capitulation down to the support at around 54. It's difficult to say right now, but obviously we know that now in the last week we've been confirmed that this is a bear market based on the RSI. We know that the ascending wedge we highlighted earlier takes us down to 32k, which the fractal of 2022 also takes us down to 31, 32k. So I would assume that we're going to try and follow and stick to this support line. But if we don't, then it will flip and this will become resistance, and then we have a very difficult time getting out of this. So Bitcoin's in a tricky situation at the moment. We're down around 43%, and I'm a little bit unsure where it's going to go for now. So we need to know if we're going to panic below 57,000, 56,000 or not. Quickly look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is also really on the crash. I have some orders. So I have some orders coming in 1, 2, and I have some sells over here. And I've also bought and taken a bit of a bet over here at the range of around 1,750 euro. ETH is also in a very critical position because it doesn't want to crack this level, because if it cracks this level, ETH can fall, you know. But let me get out of the load a second. So I'm assuming ETH will touch this 1.4. We'll keep track of it. We'll keep track of this level also, and this level also. Which comes in around 800 euro to 525 euro. It's crazy. It's difficult to say what's going to happen at the moment, because the crash is unfolding at the moment. So for now, I think this is a little bit of a general update. I had one really good trade go through. So I've been trading Canton Network, where I got in at these really good levels, besides this one. And I basically took all profit, which resulted in about 159% gain at the top. And I'm waiting to close out my entire holding, I think at 14.2. So if this goes up, I'm in. If it doesn't go up, I'm out. And I've sold everything. So this is a really good trade that happened. And my reasoning for wanting to sell this position is also an ascending wedge. So basically we can find support at this level and keep on going up, but essentially, you know, it's going to run out of steam at some point. So I'm expecting price to at least come back down to 12 cents. But I'm out of the trade. I have no more CC. I want, if this goes through, and ideally I get in at these areas over here. This is the one that has to go through, and ideally I get in at these levels again. I would say this is the only reliable base, and that comes in at 10 cents, so anything below 10 cents would be a great buy, so we'll keep track of it. Zcash, yeah, Zcash looks really bad as well. So Zcash has a base here, and currently we are 27-28% below, but the gap is quite far down. Can this go all the way down? I don't know, but it was there a few months ago, so maybe. Alright, so I'm just gonna give this as a highlight for today. It's just my thoughts on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's bearish. I think we can get to the 50,000 range, and either we'll stay at 50,000 for a considerable period of time, or it will just go through 50,000 at some point, and then we'll panic down to 32. It's difficult to say. But yeah, I guess the bull market is over. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please also, guys, if you can help me out and like and follow this page. I had to, I've been in the space for since 2017 February. I almost bought Bitcoin in 2015. Actually, I was very close. I didn't, because I had to do a sign up on Coinbase KYC, and I said I'll do it tomorrow, and I did it. So I've been following the price of Bitcoin quite closely since 2015, and extremely closely from 2017 onwards. I have been writing about Bitcoin for 3 years now, and I'm just starting my own thing. I'm hoping to do this for a long time now, since it's my own, and I hope to, give out good information and technical analysis to help you out with decision making. And once again, if you really would like to learn a simple strategy, it's 90 minutes. I would suggest investing in this book. It won't be long. You'll get through it, and you will have a very, I think, good understanding on how to look at charts moving forward. At least I did. Okay, so this is the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.